Hi there YouTube, XtremeTrainz here. So, in front of me you can see a different Thomas Wood item, and this one is actually a 2018 Thomas Wood item, which I purchased in 2019, because I got it at a really excellent price, given how expensive these sets normally are, and how expensive Thomas Wood normally was. So, in order to get my free shipping from Amazon, I picked this set up. So, let's take a look at this set, especially because I have not yet seen the 2019 version of it, as at the time of recording of this video. So what are we waiting for? Let's do it. First of these little value packs that I've reviewed on my channel, so we're going to take a little bit of a look at this one. You can see this is what you get on the front. This is the same on the side. We've got the same on the back. You know, again, question marks. That's the kind of things I do in my Facebook messages, but I don't do them on a box that's meant to be selling products to consumers. So weird, but anyway, there you go. That's all of that. That's that on that side. 5 play pieces. They really need to. Wow! And then there's that. Okay, cool. So that's boring and lame. Let's get to the contents, which are more exciting. Alright, so here are all the contents out now of their packaging. Now, I think the most exciting part of this is definitely the brand new for 2018, and obviously 2019 is the same. He's just fully painted Butch. So, from the side, I actually think this Butch looks okay, you know? And from the top, I think the way they've done the crane arm is fine. It's just like Harvey's, and also who did we just look at? I've totally blanked on the character that I just looked at. Kevin, where there's kind of like a click position, which you can see is all the way down and it stays down. And then you can kind of just free move it in that range, which I think is fine. It's a shame it doesn't move side to side, but it's never moved side to side, so that's all right. In terms of the detail, that's nice there, that's nice. You know, it's as nice as you would expect for a 2018 Thomas Wood, and again, the new painted version is all yellow and then black underneath. So I think it looks really nice. I think the problem with this guy is his front. The face is good. It probably sticks out a little bit too far from the front of the body. He needs a little bit more overhang. I think the face is actually quite good for Butch, but this just looks so awkward. And the thing is, I think even when it's fully painted, it's still going to look really awkward, because unlike, you know, even Kevin, there's no magnet at either end, which is weird. Like, if you had a magnet here, I don't think it would look as weird. It would look way less weird, actually. So it's really strange to me they didn't put a magnet on him. He's got one here, thankfully, so he can tow some engines or some cars. I assume it's meant to be the Fat Controller's car in this particular set. But yeah, I don't know why they've done that. That to me is a really stupid decision. Because it just makes him look super awkward from the front, and also just reduces the amount you can play with him. It's nice to get some of these road wheels again. I quite like these road looking wheels. I think they look like good. They're good tire impersonations, and make him definitely look like, you know, a car, not a train as much, which is good. So yeah, in summary, has potential. I think the 2019 one looks better, but I still just think they need to do something with this, because otherwise it's a bit too weird. The next vehicle we get is Sir Topham Hatt's car, and interestingly, his car is actually backwards to what you think it would be. So this is the front, as you can see here. That's where the headlights are. That's the front, and I actually didn't realize this too. I literally got it out of the box, because it looks so funky. It doesn't look like that's the front, because it's so blocky and square. Whereas this is actually the back. You can see there's the driving wheel there. Nice to get that print on the inside. Quite impressive for Thomas Wood. Yeah, and the magnets on the back. So yeah, even though this uses that same chassis that a lot of the Thomas Wood style road vehicles do, you can see they've actually, like, you know, really changed the way this one looks. So yeah, it's really, I think, a bit too blocky. I was kind of excited to get the Fat Controller's car, but it is a little bit too blocky, I think, for my liking. And then also, I think, you know, as much as I understand they were going for like a, oh, it's covered in hay, oh no, theme, I don't really know if I like that when it's not available in any other sets at the moment, so I think that's a bit of a problem. Yeah, so that in summary is a bit strange. We'll look at the Topham Hatt in just a second, but he sits in there fine, and he's able to drive around in his car. Again, obviously the sizing is super weird, but if you want him to be able to drive around, he can, which I guess is nice. And a magnet on the back, as you can see there, for the towing. Now, we can have a look at Topham Hatt. He is unchanged in the 2019 release. You can see he's the same figure we've seen before, but he's got his surprise face because he's covered in hay. Oh no! Yeah, people know my thoughts on these figures. They're a bit strange, but, you know, it is what it is, and you just get the normal articulation. The legs go up and down. These ones feel like they click in straight a bit more than the other ones that I've had, so I don't know what's going on with that. What you otherwise get are these two wooden pieces here. Neither of these have any more paint in the 2019 version. I've had a look. They don't have any more paint, so this is the same as what you would get if you bought this, the painted version, inverted commas. These guys just have more paint on them. And you can see you get a bale of hay cargo piece, which is fine. Good to see this one's printed on the top as well. Sometimes they're not always done. They've done like a weird side printing, so it's nice they printed this one on the top as well. But again, the ends really need to be printed for this not to look really stupid. All painted. Like if this was yellow with that print on it, fine, but it's weird that it's not, so whatever. You can see, yes, this is a magnet, obviously, and it will hook on to Butch, if that's something you want to do with him. You know, I don't know how useful that is to you, but sure. The other thing you get is a Soda Search and Rescue Center little sign. Very basic piece, just printed on both sides. That's that. I think these actually look quite nice when they're exposed wood. These kind of signs look really kind of, you know, cutey and rustic, but, you know, that is what it is. So, there you go. There is the Butch Road Rescue set. So, as I hinted at the start of this video, the reason I picked this up is because I got it for a great price. What was that great price? 19 Australian dollars. Now, I didn't have to pay shipping because I bought it with a bunch of other stuff and got my free shipping, which is kind of why I bought this in the first place. But to me, for $19, this is pretty good, given that, you know, these trains themselves are, you know, sell for about $12 each, even the old unpainted ones when they were full price. And these sets at full retail price were meant to be 25 to 30 Australian dollars. So for me, getting it for 19 was pretty good. It's nice to get Butch and the Fat Controller's car. I think Butch actually, as I said, looks okay. I think this car looks a bit funky, just with the front here needs to be a bit, just needs to be a bit more slant. Like I understand that this car is like kind of long, but yeah, this just doesn't work with the new proportions. These pieces are nice, and it's good to get variations of the Fat Controller. So yeah, all in all, I think for a discounted price, this is probably an okay set, but it's still just a little bit, everything is just a little bit wrong. So I definitely cannot recommend it full price, and even the 2019 version, you know, I think paying $20 for the 2019 version, fully painted, for ththese two, I think would be a very good deal. I would recommend it. So, let me know your thoughts on this Thomas Wood set. As always, thanks for watching. Do those cool things you do on YouTube. That's a good time for. This is XtremeTrainz.